Hey YouTube family, what's up? Welcome to Ray Mack's Kitchen and Grill, baby. We got some blackened salmon right here, y'all. And with this rice, it's called red chili rice. You're gonna have to try this recipe. Let's jump into it. So first thing we got is a skillet on medium-high heat, and I'm using 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. I'm telling you, you got to try this recipe. You're gonna love it. So here I got a yellow diced onion. This is a half of a yellow diced onion. And I just want to cook this until my onions soften up a bit, or whatever the case may be. And if you want yours to have a little color to it, cook it until you get you a nice little browning to your onions. But whatever you do, you can't go wrong with this here rice recipe that we're doing right now. All right. The next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna add our next ingredients, and that is gonna be some garlic. Okay. I want to go ahead and add at least around about 1 tablespoon of jarred minced garlic. And this is my favorite right here, y'all. So if you want to use fresh garlic, you could do so as well. That'll be fine. So here I got 2 Thai chilies that I sliced up and I left the seeds in because I like that extra heat. Now, this is optional. You don't have to use it if you don't like it. But with me, I like the heat. That's why I left the seeds in. So I just want this to cook for at least around about a good few minutes. I'm gonna leave the recipe for you guys, the full recipe, in the show more section, giving you the measurements of what you need. Trust me, you're gonna love it. So I'm using some of this original Rotel's tomato, and I'm using a half can of this here stuff. Trust me, this is gonna bring flavor to that red chili rice. And I'm also tossing in some taco seasoning. And this is gonna give us that that we want in our rice. You're gonna love this. We ain't having no plain Jane rice at this table. So the next thing I wanna add is some paprika. The paprika is gonna give us a flavor, and it's also gonna heighten up the colors that we want in our rice dish. Trust me, the smokiness that you can smell permeating up in this air while I'm cooking it, I just wish YouTube had smell-o-vision so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so we just want to cook this up a little bit because we want to go ahead and go a little step further. Our next ingredients that we're going to add to this, we're going to go ahead and take us some diced red peppers, diced red bell peppers. This is, I cut off at least around about a good section of that pepper and diced it up and added to the pot. And then I'm also going in with some chicken broth. All right. And once you add this chicken broth to it, it's gonna mellow everything out. And all you have to do is just let this continue to cook on the stove for a few minutes or whatever the case may be. Now, for your rice, now you could use leftover rice, which is phenomenal. You understand what I'm saying? Or you could use rice that you can cook on top of the stove or whatever. But with me, the quickest way for me to cook rice and get mad flavor out of it without it clunking up or sticking together, I put mine in the microwave. All right. So with that being said, you could use whatever type of rice you like. At this point, I'm just tasting the broth of this right now just to see if I need to add anything to it or whatever the case may be. And if the taste is good, let's move to the next step. So, like I say, with your rice, you could use whatever type of rice you like. Brown rice, white rice, it don't matter, all right? But I did cook mine in the microwave, and I seasoned mine just a little bit. So with that being said, I'm adding the rice to this vegetable mixture. And with that, I want to incorporate all of this goodness inside of this rice. And I just want to mellow it out. And then we're gonna move to the next step. So don't go nowhere. Give this video a thumbs up if you like what you're seeing right now. And also comment in the comment section and let me know what other type of videos you would like to see in the future. And if you're not a part of the Ray Mack's family members, this is the time to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so you'll be notified of up and coming videos. So right now what I want to do is add just a little black pepper to this, because I do love that peppery flavor in my rice, okay? And this is going to mellow it all out. Now once this is done, I want to move my rice to the side, and we're going to go ahead and get our salmon together. All right, so I did have a salmon, and I'm going to cook 2 pieces of salmon in the skillet, as you see in this video if you continue to watch. So I've cut the thin piece off of the salmon, and that piece is what I'm going to cook first. All right, and you will definitely see what I'm talking about as we move into it. So as you can look at this rice right now, tell me that this rice don't look good. I know this rice look good. This rice even tastes good. Y'all will love this recipe. You could go and set this up with anything. I don't care what type of protein dish you have. This rice will fit that protein well. Even if you just want to do a veggie rice dish or whatever without the protein, this will work for you. Give it a shot. Trust and believe me, it's full of flavor, just like it is right here, right now. All right. So let's go ahead and prepare ourselves, because we're gonna go ahead and get our skillet on the stove. I'm using a non-stick skillet. I'm loving the non-stick skillets. So I'm using a non-stick skillet, and I'm gonna put in at least around about a tablespoon of butter. And I'm gonna show you guys a technique that I'm using here for me blackening out my seasoning. My salmon, me blackening my salmon. So I'm spreading that butter all the way around. And I'm using some of this here Black Magic seasoning. This is a blackened seasoning, and it's made by Spiceologist. I bought this myself, so I'm not being sponsored by them, no way, no how. But this is some good seasoning. If you guys can get your hands on some of this here blackened seasoning, please use it, because I'm telling you, it's phenomenal. And you don't have to worry about a whole lot of salt content in this here particular season. Now, the next thing I'm going to use me some seafood seasoning, because we're cooking with salmon. All right. So I'm spreading this on the bottom of the pot, because this is what I want to do. I want to take that thin piece of salmon that I was telling you guys about. I cut that off the thicker part of the salmon, and I want to cook this first, because this cook quicker. And I just want to flip that baby all up and down in that seasoning, because we're going to get a good covering of spices on this here piece of meat. Now I got my heat set at medium high heat. Now you could crank it up a little bit just to get it started, but I don't want you to burn it. All right. So I want to take at least around about a tablespoon of garlic and just throw it in there, just so that garlic can get it all fragrance. You know what I'm saying? I like to have that garlic flavor all up in this here meat. Now with this particular meat, it's going to cook very quick, up to about 4 minutes, 2 minutes per side, because of how thin it really is. This is the one reason why I cut it off of that thick part of the salmon, and I'm cooking this part first. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, this is going to be some good stuff, y'all. Trust and believe me. Now, when I get to that thick part of that salmon, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about as far as flavor goes. Oh my God. So stick with your boy and don't go nowhere. Let's cook this salmon up right now. 2 minutes on each side. So right now I'm plating up this first plate for my wife. I'm telling you, this right here is a good dish, y'all. You got to try this one. So this next piece of salmon that I'm cooking this for myself. And I'm gonna definitely use the exact same technique, but I want you to see the difference between a thinner piece of the salmon and a thicker piece of the salmon. Now, you could do the exact same thing that I'm doing. Now, what I've done was I took the salmon and I blackened it on both sides. 3 minutes on one side, 2 minutes on the other side. And then I put it into the oven and let the oven continue to cook it until it hit to a temperature of 155 degrees to 165 degrees. All right. So I wanted to be on the safe side of things. So we got to be safe whenever we're eating raw fish or whatever the case may be. So make sure that your internal temperature is up to standards when you start eating this here baby here. But I'm telling you, the flavor is calling on me. But I love this technique, man, with me spreading these seasonings into this here non-stick skillet pot. Non-stick, y'all. It works good doing it with non-stick. I wouldn't try this. Listen, I wouldn't try this with a cast iron dish or a cast iron pot or a cast iron skillet. I wouldn't do this with a cast iron skillet. Now, with this particular non-stick pan, you can get these at Walmart, not Walmart, but Sam's Club all day, every day. All right? Trust and believe me. If you try this recipe with a non-stick skillet, you're going to love it. You try this technique, you're going to love it. Let me know in the comment section if you tried this technique. I would like to hear your response to this here technique. So let's continue to watch this here video as I finish up this piece of meat for myself, of course. So I added a little bit of more butter to this because I love that buttery flavor that it gives this salmon. And I'm taking this garlic, the minced garlic, and I'm adding to the butter to infuse it a little bit more. All right. So after that's been said and done and I put it into the oven and let it come up to temp, I'm going to deck up this here plate for you guys. Trust me, what type of fish do you like eating? Or whatever the case may be. Comment in the comment section. Let me know what is your favorite piece of fish that you like cooking. Is it trout? Is it whiting? Is it flounder? Is it halibut? Please let me know in the comment section, because I'm gonna start eating. Right now I'm eating more fish than I am chicken, beef, or pork. So comment in the comment section. Let me know what's your favorite piece of fish that you like cooking or eating for yourself. Now I'm tossing on some cilantro on this here, baby. I'm telling you, you could use cilantro, you could use parsley. If you don't like cilantro, trust me, it's going to be fine. Then I got me two lime wedges that I want to squeeze on top of this baby to get a maximum flavor. Or you could use a lime. It don't matter. You could either use it or don't use it, but I love it. Check out Ray Mack's Kitchen and Grill. Love and not hate. Love somebody, hate nobody. Peace.